Hello everyone. So in this small video I'm going to explain you how to fetch record from database and to display using PHP. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, over here this is my XAMPP control panel. Over here Apache and MySQL both are running. Okay, let's visit PHP myadmin. Now this is my database, and inside this there is one table named user data. Okay, and over here you can see this is my table ID, first name, middle name, last name. These all are the fields, and this is my records of. Okay, now what I'm going to do is inside my PHP file I'm going to fetch this record, okay, and I will print it out. So how can I do that? The first thing you have to do is start your PHP script. Next thing is to connection to database. Okay, so MySQLi connect. Okay, the first one is localhost. After that username. Okay, what is username? Root. Password blank. What is database? MyDB. Okay, if this function is not, then there is some problem. And how can I write it down? MySQLi connect error. Okay, so this is my statement. Now this function will return me one reference to my database that will represent my database connection. Okay, now over here if this function return your reference, then it will be it will refer by this variable. Okay, but if there is any kind of error, okay, then what will happen? Then this function will be executed, and whenever this function is executed, it will just print this statement, and rest of the code will not be executed. Okay, so there is some problem, and we have called after MySQLi connect error to represent error message. Now once this step is done, connection established successfully. After that you have to build a query. Okay, not here, query. Okay, over here query is equals to, now I am going to execute select query. Okay, so select what are the fields that I need to represent. Okay, all, that means star. Okay, so select star from, what is table name? User data, that is my table name. Okay, so we have created our query select star from table name, and over here table name is user data. Okay, user data. Now it's time to execute this query. Okay, so let me execute MySQLi. What is function to execute query? Simple query. Okay, so what is variable name? That is con, to represent reference to your database. Okay, problem, and to represent problem MySQLi simple error. Okay, over here it will be con. Okay, now this query is what? Select star from user data. So this query will select all the data that is inside this user data. That means whenever this query is executed, it will return something. What it will return? Data that resides in particular table. Okay, so to retrieve that data, to retrieve that particular data, I need to have one variable to hold that record. Okay, so this result variable, it will what it will fetch, it will hold values written by this function. Okay, now after that I have to count whether there is any query any retrieve or not. So how can I do that? MySQLi underscore num rows. Okay, so if this function return value greater than 0, that means there is something that is written by query execution. Okay, it might be possible that our query is executed, but there is no data inside table. Okay, it is also possible, but we have to check for that whether there is any record written by query execution. If it is there, then only we are going to print that data. Okay, so now inside this we are going to take one while loop. Okay, inside this while loop I will call MySQLi fetch associative. Okay, and it will be recorded in. Now just look at this this flow. Okay, the first thing, we have executed our query. Okay, and obviously it is a select query, that means we are getting something from by query execution. Okay, but it may be case that sometimes we don't even after query execution there is nothing inside table, then it may be possible that we get null. Okay, so over here we have checked whether this result contain more than 0 rows. If it is yes, then only we are going to print our record. Okay, so now after that inside this while loop I have take MySQLi fetch associative function. So what is function of this function? It will create array of associative array of row. Okay, for example over here this is my one record. Okay, so this function MySQLi fetch associative array, this function will create associative array of this field name, and field name as a key value and value as this record data. Okay, so just let me show you how you can access it. So first one is echo ID is. Okay, so ID is after that dollar. Now whatever our data, it is in record. Okay, but it is associative array. And what is key of to access particular record? That is field name of your table. What is field name over here? ID. After that first name, middle name, this all are the field name of my table. So over here you have to use that particular field name over here to access data. Okay, after that break. Okay, after that echo first name is dollar record. Now what will I pass? Field name, that is in table, and it is also same first name. Break echo. After that I am just jumping to last name. Okay, last name is dollar record. What is field name to represent last name itself? Okay, that's it. Okay, so save this, and now I'm going to execute this. Okay, so let's see. It is not my page name. My page name is database underscore practice. file name is wrong. MySQLi connect @localhost database might be. Okay, what we have mistake over here, it's root. Okay, save, refresh. Okay, so we got our message. Now you can see over here this is ID name 2 3 4 5. Okay, let me add another break over here, echo save. Yes, now okay, so how many rows printed are over here? 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, and just see how many records are there. 1 2 3 and 4, and ID is 2 3 4 5. Okay, so over here it is actually it is printed in the same manner that it is inserted in table. Okay, 2 3 4 5. So it is very simple to just select the data and to print it out. Okay, so in this manner you can add it. Now if I want to give some HTML effect, okay, I'm just using bold tag over here so that you can identify retrieve data easily. Okay, refresh. Okay, now we got this is the data that we have fetched from database. Now I am going to add over here, this is my query. Okay, over here I am going to include where class. Okay, now for example, let's say I am using ID, where ID is equals to 2. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, you can see we have selected record where ID is equals to 2. Okay, so where is ID? In this only record. Okay, so only this row will be printed. Okay, if I want to fetch particular from name, where name is equals to Parul, then also it can be possible. Okay, very easy, very easy. Okay, net, what is name? Okay, it is my first name, where first name is Parul. Okay, why I am being so hurry? Okay, we got our message. Okay, and this is the data where first name is Parul. If there is another, okay, there is another record of Meenal. Save, execute it. We got. Okay, now there is one another thing that I want to show you, that is ordered by. Okay, I am selecting all this record, but I want to order this record ordered by its first name. Okay, so now, okay, first of all, just see this, save, execute. Okay, 2 3 4 and 5, it is in this order. Okay, now save and execute. Just see this order, 3 4 5 2. So what does it mean? It is ordered by its first name, and over here you can see this first name is ABC, after that Meenal, after that P, and after that Parul. So we have ordered our data by specifying particular column name inside this query. Okay, I can use other parameter also, let's say last name. Okay, this is also possible. Okay, ABC, P, V, Vagamshi, just like that. Okay, so this is how you can select data by executing select query in PHP, how to use where clutch, and how to order particular data by its column name. Okay, I hope you understood it. Keep practicing. Bye bye.